To do my damn thing, I'm a block star. I'm an underground rock star. I spit bars, so it's time to get locked, y'all. Yes, y'all, from South Beach to La Soul.
What up, everybody? How y'all doing out there in YouTube land? Do you know what today is? Today is March Against Monsanto Day. So, if y'all are out there, please get your signs ready. Go out to wherever you are in a city near you. And please take part in March Against Monsanto. Go out there and let your neighbors and the people in whatever city you live in near you know what's going on. It's extremely important to take part in protests. It's extremely important to go out there and try to wake other people up by just, face-to-face interaction. If all we ever do is this online stuff, then lots of people will never be reached. Lots of people will be, just ignorant of the facts and unable to come across the real information. So, good morning. Whoever said hi, Titus, I'm driving. I can't see your name. Yeah, this is important stuff. This is the truth. The truth is, one of the biggest things we face is the genetically modified organism battle. And the fact that they're spraying us with all these toxic chemicals and putting all this crap into our food. Monsanto's even protected from ruining organic farms with the Monsanto Protection Act. So it's not only just like voting with your dollars, there's actually legislation that has to be repealed in order to, bring justice against these big companies. Like, why should Monsanto... Oh, the guy's bombing. Why should Monsanto not get sued when their product contaminates some organic farm? What person that buys organic wants to potential food? So, yeah. Someone says it's one of the worst pieces of corrupt legislation ever seen. So just go look it up, the Monsanto Protection Act. If you don't believe me, it's an actual law. And it basically states that Monsanto can't be sued for damaging other people and causing all types of chaos around the world. And go look at what's going on in India. People there used to just do farming and get by and, could just grow their own seeds and continue on. And if they had a bad season, the next year they'd just work a little harder and make it up. Now, they can't, because they have to buy the seeds from Monsanto. So if they have one bad season, they're so bankrupt, they can't buy the seeds. So then they end up committing suicide because they end up in this debt that's unescapable. Go look at what's going on over there. It's crazy. So today, I guess it's gonna rain like crazy during this thing. So that sucks. It's sunny right now, but weather reports say that by 1 o'clock we're gonna have... So that's why my the fam is not with me today. It's just me today. I normally bring my fiance and my kids to March Against Monsanto because it's normally a very family-friendly event. There's lots of other kids and families there, but not today because it's gonna pour with rain. So they had to stay home, unfortunately. But wherever you are out there, you should definitely bring your family out. It's really peaceful. All the ones I've ever seen, there's never been any issues or anything like that. Normally you meet lots of other cool truthers and stuff like that. I've met a couple people from these things. I met the POCA organization I've gone down and worked with at March Against Monsanto. So I think they're going to be here as well today. So normally it's just a really nice time. There's speakers that get up there and talk about different things. Generally, I learn a couple of new things about GMOs. All right, thanks, pal. So, that's what's up. You know what we'll do, just to add a little bit of excitement to this? We'll take the old Indian reservation way up through Boston. You want to see that? This is the secret way into Boston, if y'all don't know it. You take exit 5B, like I just took here, and then you sneak up through the old Indian reservation right into Boston, right into like Quincy, basically. So if there's ever like brutal traffic. All right. You can go up through this thing. This will bring you like a secret back way to the city. It's much prettier than going through the highway. So, but anyways, yeah, that's what's up. We're doing March Against Monsanto today. I'm already almost up in Boston, so maybe I'll try to run around and get some signatures, some more signatures for Dr. Shiva to get him on the ballot in the Senate against Elizabeth Warren. Dr. Shiva will be here talking at March Against Monsanto today. I will also be giving a talk at March Against Monsanto today. So if you want to hear me talk, sometime after 1 p.m. in Boston, which is right on the Boston Commons. Someone says Israel did 9/11. Yep, that's pretty provable. It's pretty provable. I mean, they weren't alone, of course. There was definitely traitors inside the United States government, like Dick Cheney, right? So, but, you know, they're definitely tied into it. We need to have a march against Israel. Yeah, there are protests against Israel. There's the protest against AIPAC. If you guys, it's one of the most ridiculous things in the world is the fact that AIPAC is not registered under FAR, which is the foreign agencies, whatever thing that every other foreign entity is listed under. If you want to end a lot of the bullshit going on with Israeli influence on American politics, just force AIPAC to be registered, and therefore would remove a ton of their influence immediately, okay? Because then they'd be held to all the FAR regulations. So, yeah, now you guys can actually see the cut through. This is the Indian reservation I'm on. So I'm probably going to lose service and stuff like that because, you know, even though I'm right outside Boston, they've downgraded all 4G to make us all beg for 5G. So, you know, constantly reconnecting. Are we there? Are we live? Yes, I think I'm back. Not knowing for sure, but I believe I am. Hope y'all are having a good morning. So just reminding you all to go out, get your signs, head out, March Against Monsanto today. I haven't seen almost anyone else in the truther community talking about this and promoting it. So let's hope that you people watching my channel can help more than the other truthers have been doing. March Against Monsanto, one of the biggest things we face every year. Every year it gets smaller and smaller because people just forget that things like the Monsanto Protection Act are still in the books. Yeah, dude. It's a little bit slower if there's no traffic to take this way, but it's way prettier. And then you get stuck behind a guy like this. Come on, guy. Hit the gas. It's on the right side of your car. It's that little pedal to the right. You can touch it at least once. My goodness. Anyways. It is pretty here, though. I'll give it that. It's absolutely gorgeous up here. And this is like right outside Boston, right? You're like, oh, you know, this is just mega city from DC all the way across the country. We're just overpopulated, so we need GMOs to make everyone sick and depopulate the planet, lower fertility rates over generations, and eventually lead to a point where no one can reproduce except via laboratory so that the eugenicists can control reproduction in a test tube, basically. That's basically what's going on. You got a couple generations before the entire human race becomes infertile because of GMOs. So, I don't know, maybe you guys can go out there and protest this with me today. It'd be really, really nice. Really, really nice if people could join the protest. So please go out there. It's in every major city around the world. So there's no reason why you can't make it out there today. Every major city. Just go to March Against Monsanto 2018, marchagainstmonsanto.com or .org, whatever. And they have all the events listed. They have, wherever the one is near you, there'll be a Facebook page or some other thing. So just go and support this. It's definitely something that's open to all ages. There's no excuses today to not go. None. Everyone in this country needs to stand against this crap. You have to stand up for the organic farmers. You have to stand up for your health. You have to stand up for your neighbor's health. I mean, go look at the studies and stuff. They're finding glyphosate in everything in society. Okay, it's not just one it's not like if you can just vote with your dollars, it's going to go away. It's ruining everything, okay? So, I mean, it's not just in the food. They spray the Roundup all over the place. All over Cape Cod, they spray it on the power lines, and then it gets in the drinking water. So even if you don't, buy GMO food, you're still eating glyphosate all the time. And you can filter it. I filter my water with a ceramic filter to get all that crap out. But then what? You still shower in it. You go out to get a coffee somewhere, you're still drinking that water. You go grab sandwich and whatever, you're still drinking that water. There's no way to get away from it. And it's toxic. They banned GMOs in Europe. Why are we still eating this shit? Why are they allowing people like Michael Taylor and these other SES swamp dwellers to continue to push this crap? What happened? I know it's awesome we got, someone other than Hillary Clinton in office, but did we all forget about GMOs? Most of the people fighting against it are liberals. Think about that. Y'all gonna let the liberals take the lead on the fight against GMOs? Are you serious? This is not even a left versus right thing. This is an everybody versus Monsanto and the big multinational corporations thing. And Bayer. What do you think's gonna happen when Bayer and Monsanto merge? Nothing good, I can assure you that. The same company making the drugs to cure the symptoms from the food that's making you sick is buying the company that's making the food that's making you sick, and Bayer already is in the agriculture business. Why is a pharmaceutical company involved in the agriculture business? It's because they're creating a market for themselves by creating sick people. So, anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Please come out and join us today. March Against Monsanto. Every year, I've been going to this for years and years and years, even before I had a YouTube channel. So I'd appreciate it if y'all would come out. This is one of those really important ones to me. It touches on everything. It fights against their depopulation stuff, fights against their big pharma nonsense. It fights against this thing, as George Carlin said. They figured out a long time ago, there's no money in dead people, and there's no money in healthy people. But there's lots of money in people that have a few chronic diseases that'll never get fixed. They have to take medication for every day. And then those meds cause other symptoms, which means they need other meds to fix those other things. And who created all this medicine, this version of medicine in the first place? The Rockefellers. This goes all the way right back to the Rockefellers. If you guys go look up the documentary by James Corbett on how big oil conquered the world, it talks about all this. It talks about how these guys and these eugenicists did all this because they want to control society. It was not about giving you medicine to make you better. It was about giving you medicine to control you, right? So, I see there's some, don't blame any race. Yeah, it's not about race. Most of the Zionists aren't even Jewish. They're not even Semite, right? They're, Europeans. They just took that, like, religion on to hide their true intentions because they're the synagogue of Satan. They were practicing Baal worship and they were forced to adopt one of the three religions, so they mixed their religion of Baal worship with Judaism and created this, like, modern day friggin' Kabbalist satanic nonsense. Right? I'm not sure they're all Khazarian. I think there's, like, probably some of that mixed in. The Khazarian Empire was a real thing, though, for sure. But yeah, I mean, most of them are from Eastern Europe and stuff like that. They're not even, like, this. That they get so mad. They call you anti-Semite. They don't even know what that means. It means descendant of the bloodline of Shem. Shemite. That's what it means. Go look at the Jake Morphonius breakdown of that. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. And I don't even think most of the people that claim they are Zionists and all this crap are of the bloodline of Shem. I think they're the bloodline of Ham, which was the bloodline that led to all the evil in the world, basically. Right? If you go look at the two bloodlines, that separation there, you can see, like, one ended up creating, like, good things and the other bloodline ended up, like, creating all the bad, like, empires and all this stuff. It's freaking crazy. The whole thing about race to me is, like, there's only one race, the human race, okay? So it doesn't even really matter. And in the eyes of God, so far as you repent and have faith in Jesus Christ, then you're equal in the eyes of Him. Like, everyone can be accepted into the kingdom of God. So therefore, we're all equal. If we're all equal in the eyes of God, then we're all equal. What does it matter, what your skin pigmentation is in this world? You're here for a temporary part of time. The actual, like, real you is that thing called the soul within. All the rest is just, whatever. Superficial bullshit. Yeah, all lives matter. All lives matter. Exactly. People come at me all the time and they're like, say all these nasty things about African American people to me, and I'm like, dude, do you realize that my fiance is African American and my children are half African American? So coming at me with your racism is really not cool on this channel. Like, you're literally attacking my children with that crap. So, yeah, March Against Monsanto today, everybody. Get out there, all races, all creeds, left, right, front, center. Even if you're a Martian, you should be out there. Like, seriously, why would an alien species, if they even existed, which we have no proof of at all, just look up Fermi's paradox. Well, let's just say one did exist. They would be against this as well because they wouldn't want to ruin the planet. And that's what GMOs are doing, is ruining the goddamn planet. Okay? So, rocking out to Elias Clay today because she does really good music against Monsanto and stuff like that. So if you're looking for a good music artist that does, like, really good stuff against Monsanto, I'd say, like, Real Steve Grant, Elias Clay, Diesel Automatic, that whole group of people that makes videos. They all do really good anti-Monsanto music and stuff like that. So. Yeah. Yeah, commercial farming is definitely... Industrial farming is bad, really bad. If you haven't seen the movie Food Incorporated, go check that out. Or I did a whole little documentary on exposing the industrial food industry and exposing GMOs like a couple of years ago to promote March Against Monsanto. It was like one of the earliest videos I ever did, actually. So if you go to my main Titus Frost channel, and type in, I believe it was March Against Monsanto 2016, you will see a promotion video I did for that. It's about 40 minutes long that breaks down the industrial farming practices and like just how sick that is, like how they treat the animals, and like you'll see cows being abused, and it's just, it's really, really disgusting stuff. Definitely don't like sit down to eat a meal and watch that one at the same time. Yeah, I don't know anything about the God gene thing. I don't even know what you're talking about. So, anyways, I think that's it for now. I'll be hopefully live streaming from the... where is the march? Okay, that's a good question. The march in Boston is today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, starting at Park Station, which is in Boston Commons, and it's going down through Downtown Crossing and then back to Park Station, and then we're going to do talks and speech there until about 4 p.m. And I will be giving a talk there. Dr. Shiva, who's running against Elizabeth Warren for Massachusetts Senate, is going to be talking there. I think they have a whole list of speakers that are like more liberal speakers that are going to be there as well. I know the Rainbow Green Party, whatever, is actually sponsoring this, which is one of the groups that was pretty resistant to me even speaking at this because of the things I talk about. But they gave in, so I will be speaking, and so will Dr. Shiva. Around the world, it's, if you go to March Against Monsanto, you type that in the search browser. I believe on marchagainstmonsanto.org or .com, I believe it's .org, you will find on there in the tabs at the top, thing says event list. And then you can click on that, and it'll pull up the whole Excel spreadsheet, and every city in the world that's having one will have like the event, the time, and normally a link to like the Facebook, which will have about whichever one is near you. So they have like an entire list, and normally this takes place in hundreds of cities around the world. I haven't gone and actually looked to see the list yet this year, just because I'm going to Boston. I already knew that. But normally after this event, I try to go scour the internet for all the photos and the films, and I'll try to throw it all into like a recap video, being like, this was March Against Monsanto Boston, and here's also some pictures and videos from other marches that took place around the world on the same day. Because it's really a global protest. Like, this is a global issue. We're fighting against a No me gusta signal, no work. There we go. I think I'm back. Not sure. Who knows? AT&T, your service sucks. YouTube, your ability to mobile live stream is questionable at best. Anyways, that's what I want to say today. I'll be filming from the march and all that, so hopefully I'll see you there. Go check out the march wherever it is near you. Please go out there. If you guys go to a march, a protest, and you take video and photos, send it to me, and I will try to give you props of you in a video. All right? So that's what's up. And don't forget, I get my main channel back in less than a week. All four strikes get removed within 24 hours of each other. So I'll be back on the main Titus Frost channel super duper soon. All right? Peace, everyone. God bless out there. Hopefully I see some of you at March Against Monsanto. Please send me your videos. And God bless everyone. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day.